Taylor Swift, the pop titan whose discography is a labyrinth of heartbreak anthems and empowerment ballads, stepped into the confessional glow of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert on a crisp December evening, bearing a piece of her artistic soul that fans have long clamored for, her personal pantheon of favorite tracks. At 35, Swift commands an empire built on vulnerability, her era's tour-shattering records while her re-recorded albums reclaim narrative control from industry gatekeepers. Yet, in this intimate segment, stripped of stadium pyrotechnics, she confronted the daunting task of self-ranking, a meta-exercise in introspection that left even the maestro momentarily adrift. Colbert, the erudite host whose interviews blend levity with laser-sharp insight, framed the query with precedent. Name your top 5 songs, he urged, referencing lists from legends like Elton John, Dolly Parton, and Bruce Springsteen. These icons had previously navigated the segment with seasoned ease, their selections a window into legacies etched in gold records and Grammy vaults. For Swift, however, the request landed like an impromptu pop quiz on her own psyche. Her eyes widened in bewilderment, a rare crack in the composed facade that has propelled her from country ingenue to global phenomenon. This is so much pressure, oh my God, she exhaled, her laughter a melodic trill that echoed the nervous energy of a songwriter mid-verse. The hesitation was palpable, a testament to the fluidity of her creative core. Swift's catalog, spanning 11 studio albums and countless vault tracks, is a living archive of evolution, from the sun-kissed innocence of Fearless to the folkloric introspection of Folklore and the synth-pop reinvention of 1989, Taylor's version. Each era reflects a metamorphosis, influenced by love's tempests, hello, exes turn muses, public reckonings and the quiet alchemy of midnight confessions. To distill this opus into 5? It demanded a pause, a mental scroll through lyric sheets stained with coffee and tears. I think I require a little time to appreciate my work and it's constantly changing, she quipped, her words a nod to the artist's eternal dissatisfaction, the itch to refine that births endless reimaginings. As the audience leaned in, a sea of Swifties clutching tour merch and phone screens aglow with fan theories, she pivoted to revelation. One song emerged unequivocally as her summit, the epic 10-minute rendition of All Too Well from Red, Taylor's version. The declaration ignited the studio into frenzy, screams cascading like confetti, cheers swelling to rival a Wembley encore. It's a fitting crown for a track that's become Swift's magnum opus, a gut-wrenching autopsy of young love's autopsy, clocking in at 10:13 of raw, unfiltered catharsis. Penned in her early 20s about a certain Jake Gyllenhaal romance, the song unfurls like a scarf left in an ex's car, scarlet threads of memory weaving betrayal, nostalgia, and fury. Lines like, and I was never good at telling jokes, but the punchline goes / I'll get older, but your lovers stay my age, lacerate with precision, transforming personal ache into universal anthem. Why All Too Well? Swift has long credited its extended cut, unleashed in 2021 with a short film starring Sadie Sink, as a reclamation of artistic agency. The original 4-minute radio edit, pruned by label execs, felt truncated, a compromise to commercial palatability. The 10-minute version, however, is unbridled Swift. Verses sprawling into bridges that bridge into seismic choruses, instrumentation layering autumnal guitars with swelling strings. It's a masterclass in narrative songcraft where specificity, that damned scarf, breeds relatability, inviting listeners to drape their own heartbreaks over its framework. Fans have dissected it endlessly, podcasts parsing subtext, TikToks recreating the car ride scene, cementing its status as cultural lodestone. For Swift, it's pinnacle because it embodies her ethos, turning pain into power, brevity be damned. Yet, true to her multifaceted muse, Swift didn't stop at one. She confessed an obsession with tracks from her latest opus, The Life of a Showgirl, a 2025 release that plunged into the glitzy underbelly of performance and persona. Imagined as a concept album channeling Vegas luminaries like Liberace and Liza Minnelli, it pulses with cabaret flair and introspective ballads, exploring fame's double-edged spotlight. Swift hinted at folding one of its singles, perhaps the titular Showgirl Shuffle, a toe-tapping ditty on reinvention, into her top tier, its hooks as addictive as its harmonies are haunting. Complementing this, she name-dropped Mirrorball from Folklore, the 2020 pandemic-born gem that twinkles with performative fragility. I'm still trying to figure it out, she croons over finger-picked guitars, a plea for connection amid isolation that resonated as lockdown liturgy. This Colbert appearance, aired December 10, 2025, arrived at a pivotal juncture for Swift. Fresh off Wedding Whispers with Travis Kelce, her Kansas City Chiefs beau whose podcast shoutouts have endeared him to the fandom. She's in a phase of joyful consolidation. The Life of a Showgirl debuted to acclaim, its themes of curated chaos mirroring her real-life tightrope, balancing superstardom with Swiftie sanctuaries like secret listening parties. The top 5 exercise then wasn't mere filler, it was a mirror held to her empire, reflecting how far she's journeyed from Pennsylvania porch strums to stadium symphonies. Delving into Swift's song selection ritual reveals a perfectionist at play. Past interviews disclose her habit of ranking roulette, shuffling playlists during tours to gauge emotional resonance. All Too Well, tops because it endures, streamed billions covered by Adele, memed into oblivion, yet evolves with her. In live renditions she extends improvisations, audience sing-alongs turning catharsis communal. Critics hail it as her Bohemian Rhapsody, a genre-bending behemoth that defies radio norms, proving artistry trumps algorithm. The segment's levity belied deeper undercurrents. Swift's pressure admission humanizes her, countering the serial dater caricatures peddled by tabloids. It's a reminder that behind the billionaire boss babe, whose era's film grossed $261 million, lies a curator of confessions forever auditing her output. As she builds toward potential retirement teases or archival drops, such disclosures fuel speculation. Will a greatest hits tour feature these picks? Could All Too Well spawn a Broadway adaptation?